Hey, so I'm sitting in my car on this hormonal Texas day. It's cold outside. Very, very cold. Anyways, I keep hearing in my head, if I were you, I'd want to be me too. And I've heard this for a minute. And it's funny when you get into like a high vibe, that high vibration, and you're floating on air basically, and everyone's like, hey, what you doing? You look so good. It gets like that where you're like, yeah, I'd want to be me too. And I think a lot of people forget that you are you. You're you for a reason. Embrace that. I have a bunch of quirks. Very unique, I'm told. That's a nice way of saying weird. Embrace that. Let your light shine. Let the world see what you bring to the table. Stop competing with others. Stop worrying about how they're going to judge you. Because one reminder I keep getting is you might as well be yourself because they're going to judge you regardless. And when you can put that aside and be like, your judgment's not going to hurt me. It doesn't matter what somebody says about you, what they think about you. They don't know your heart. They don't know your mind. They don't know your intentions. They don't know anything about you. And you have nothing to prove to anybody. The only person you have to prove anything to is yourself. The only person you have to compete with is yourself. Be better than you were yesterday. Be braver and stronger than you were yesterday. Make sure that you're looking at your life and say, am I moving forward? And look at yesterday. That's not a fair scale, so look at last year. And start journaling if you have to be able to go back a year and be like, wow, I was in this position. And then you can start seeing the progress you're making. Because one thing I didn't allow myself was to enjoy my successes. I didn't even see them. I was so busy pushing for the next. I got to keep going. And I felt like sitting down was lazy. I've learned that's not true. Sometimes to sit down and do nothing is doing something. And we live in a very fast-paced world where we're taught that the idle hands are the devil's work. That's not necessarily true. I'm not saying sit down forever, but I'm saying take a break. Give yourself time to heal. Give yourself time to recover. Look at it as an athlete. They go out and play the best game of their life. They don't go to practice the very next day. They're going to relax. They're going to have at least a little downtime to let their bodies recuperate, to let their mind replenish, to work on their game plan. But when you're sitting down and relaxing, try to do the things that you don't normally do. Watch a movie, listen to music, take a bubble bath, take a salt bath, zone out while you're doing the dishes. There's all kinds of ways to get out of your head. And we live in our heads. I talked about that like when I try to go to sleep and I'm like, shut up, Sheena, we're trying to go to sleep. Because our brains can drive us insane. It's wild what we can do to ourselves. And a lot of times we think others are trying to sabotage us when really it's us sabotaging ourselves. So just remember, just because you're not going 1,000 miles an hour doesn't mean you're not getting somewhere. Because that's the hardest part about healing, is to be able to sit with yourself. Be able to say, no, I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to have some me time. It's okay to have me time. It's okay to skip the party. It's okay to even call into work if you're completely drained. Because we tend to push and got to put on the best face. But like I said, somebody's still judging you, and it's not necessarily on a fair scale. So protect yourself. Allow yourself time to build yourself up. Get in that high vibe so that when you're walking around, you start hearing, if I were you, I'd want to be me too. because you deserve to love yourself. You deserve to be proud of yourself. You deserve to show yourself that you can succeed. You deserve to show yourself all the things that you're not getting from somebody else, because when you're expecting it from somebody else and you're not getting it, you're not giving it to yourself, because you are drawing in the energy that you are putting out. So just remember, you come first. It's not selfish. It's actually the best form of self-care you can give yourself. So sending you peace, love, and light, and remember to smile and breathe. Bye-bye.